Chosen one, don't scroll, because what's coming next will shake your spirit. God has set his eyes on you, and the floodgates of heaven are about to open. What you've been praying for is not only on the way. It's coming in a wave so big, so sudden, it will overwhelm you with divine blessings. The season of silence is over. The season of waiting, of walking through dry valleys, of asking when God. That season is closing right now. And in its place, a supernatural shift. You're about to be overtaken by favor, not because of anything the world has done, but because heaven has spoken your name. God has seen your struggle. He's counted every tear. And now your reward is being released. You may have felt overlooked. You may have felt forgotten. But the truth is, you were hidden in preparation, hidden in protection, hidden in the hand of God until the appointed time. And now, that time has come. The trumpet in heaven has sounded. Angels have been dispatched. And what's coming your way does not trickle, not a portion, not a drop, but an overflow. A divine flood of breakthrough, provision, and answers. Your name has been written on blessings you didn't even know were assigned to you. Contracts, ideas, partnerships, wealth, healing, restoration. All of it has your spiritual fingerprints on it. It's not being given to just anyone. It's coming to you because you've been chosen. Not perfect, but chosen. Not without flaws, but full of faith. Not always strong, but still standing. God does not call the qualified. He qualifies the called. And you, chosen one, are about to walk in a level of favor that makes no sense to man, but makes perfect sense in heaven's timeline. You thought you were behind, but God says you're right on schedule. You thought it was over, but God says you haven't even begun. You thought you were disqualified, but God says this is your confirmation. Every voice that told you it was too late, that you missed your window, that your best days were behind you. Every one of those voices is being silenced by the roar of God's promise thundering over your life. You are about to be catapulted into rooms you never imagined, into influence you didn't chase, into financial freedom you didn't think was possible. Because this is not about what you can do. This is about what God is about to do through you. There's a heavenly wealth transfer already in motion, and you are one of the recipients. This is more than money. This is spiritual territory, legacy territory. The kind of blessing that not only changes your life, but shifts your entire bloodline. God is not just blessing you for you. He's blessing you for generations to come. And right now, your name is echoing in places your feet haven't even walked yet. Your presence is being prepared in atmospheres your voice hasn't spoken into yet. The anointing on your life is making space for supernatural elevation. Don't downplay it. Don't shrink back. Don't apologize for what God is about to do. You've waited long enough. You've served in silence. You've carried burdens privately. You've praised when it didn't make sense. You've worshiped through the wilderness. And now, you're being rewarded openly. Those quiet nights where you questioned your worth, they're being replaced with nights of overflow and clarity. Those painful seasons where nothing made sense, they're being rewritten with joy that overflows your soul. God is about to overwhelm you, not with trouble, but with triumph. Not with chaos, but with clarity. Not with pain, but with purpose. You're about to feel what it's like to live under an open heaven. You're about to know what it means to move without resistance. You're about to see what it looks like when God moves mountains on your behalf, not slowly, but suddenly. Because this blessing is not a result of striving. It's the fruit of surrender. You didn't chase the blessing. You chased Him. And now the blessing is chasing you. It's overtaking you. It's surprising you. It's overwhelming you. And not just for a moment. This is the kind of blessing that has staying power. This is the kind of favor that rests and multiplies. This is the kind of overflow that becomes your new normal. So lift your head, open your hands, get your heart ready, because the heavens are not just open, they are pouring. pouring opportunity, pouring abundance, pouring revelation, pouring new life. You've stepped into a season where miracles are the standard, not the exception, where divine connections are attracted to your presence, where impossible situations turn around with one word from God. You're not just going to hear about blessings anymore. You're going to experience them firsthand. God is about to overwhelm you in the best way possible. And this is only the beginning. Chosen one, when God decides to move, no man, no enemy, no force in hell can stop him. And right now, he has decided to move for you. You're about to witness something miraculous. Not just a blessing you can see, but a transformation you can feel. God isn't only about to change your situation. He's about to change your life. What once seemed immovable will now shift with divine ease. What was stuck will flow. What was bound will break. Because God is not just sending a blessing. He's sending a flood of them. And this time, you won't have to chase. You won't have to beg. You won't have to convince anyone. Because this blessing is God-ordained, heaven-timed, and irrevocable. There's a divine acceleration taking place. What should have taken years will happen in weeks. What looked impossible will come suddenly. You've stepped into a season of supernatural speed. Everything that tried to delay you is being dismantled. Every barrier, every closed door, every obstacle that tried to block you is being torn down by the hand of God. And what's ahead is bigger than you imagined. That's why the battle was so intense. That's why the enemy fought so hard. Not because of who you were, but because of who you were becoming. Because he knew once you stepped into alignment with God's plan, it would be unstoppable. And now, you're in alignment. You're not who you used to be. You don't think like you used to. You don't carry the same wounds. You've been refined in the fire, shaped in the dark, prepared in silence, and now you're being revealed in power. The favor on your life can no longer be hidden. The oil on your head is flowing freely. The glory surrounding you is undeniable. You are not just stepping into blessings. You're becoming the blessing. People will look at your life and be reminded that God is real, that he still performs miracles, that he still raises the broken, the rejected, the overlooked. You are walking evidence of God's mercy. You are the proof of his promise. And the blessings coming will not be ordinary. They will be divine, intentional, and overwhelming in the best way. Every area of your life is about to be touched. Spiritually, emotionally, physically, financially. God is doing a total transformation. The very things that made you cry are now the places where you will shine. The very ground where you fell is the same ground where you'll rise. What once mocked you will now marvel at you. What once resisted you will now respond to you. What once denied you will now invite you. Because you didn't quit. You didn't give up in the waiting. You didn't stop believing when it looked like nothing was happening. And now heaven is honoring your endurance. You sowed in tears. Now you'll reap in joy. You fought in faith. Now you'll live in fullness. You waited with hope. Now you'll walk in harvest. And this harvest, it's massive. Pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Not just enough, more than enough. Not just for you, but for your children, your community, your legacy. This is a multi-generational move of God. The overflow won't stop with you. It will start with you. You were chosen to break the cycle. You were chosen to carry the light. You were chosen to lead others out of lack, fear, and confusion into hope, clarity, and divine abundance. Don't be surprised when everything starts shifting. Don't be shocked when doors fly open. Don't second-guess it when people suddenly want to align with you, invest in you, support your vision. This is God doing what he promised. This is divine fulfillment. And here's the truth. You haven't even scratched the surface of what's coming. What you thought was the blessing was just the introduction. The real move of God. It's about to pour. Blessings so tailored, so personal, so perfectly timed that you'll break down in awe. Not because you doubted he could do it, but because he did it better than you imagined. Get ready for phone calls that change your life. Get ready for miracles that rewrite your story. Get ready for confirmations that blow your mind. Because when God says He's about to overwhelm you with blessings, He doesn't exaggerate. He over-delivers. He gives exceedingly, abundantly, above all that you could ask or think. He's not giving you leftovers. He's giving you His best. He's not placing you at the end of the line. He's moving you to the front. He's not asking you to figure it out. He's stepping in and taking over. And all He wants from you is faith. Unshakable, undeniable, deeply rooted faith. Faith that walks even when it can't see. Faith that speaks even when it feels weak. Faith that praises even before the blessing lands. Because that kind of faith is what calls heaven into motion. And right now, heaven is moving for you. Chosen one, do you understand the magnitude of what's about to happen? This isn't a coincidence. It's a divine setup. Every trial, every heartbreak, every delay, it all had a purpose. It was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to prepare you for this very moment. You see, the enemy knew what was on your life. He saw the oil. He saw the calling. That's why he tried to break you early. That's why he sent storms, confusion, betrayal. But here you are, still standing, still believing, still moving forward, even with wounds, even with questions. And because of that resilience, that faith, that refusal to bow down to defeat, God is about to reward you openly. This is your unveiling season. This is when God pulls back the curtain and says, "Look at what I've been building in secret. Look at the one I've been refining. Look at my chosen. You will not be hidden anymore. You will not be overlooked anymore. You will not be ignored anymore. Because heaven is announcing your arrival, not in pride, not in ego, but in power, in purpose, in full alignment with everything God spoke over your life before you were even born. Your steps are ordered now. You're not wandering. You're walking in wisdom. You're walking with heaven behind you. Angels are going before you. Favor is surrounding you like a shield. Resources are being released. Ideas are flowing. Connections are being drawn to you. You're becoming a magnet for miracles. The kind of miracles that leave doctors stunned. The kind of breakthroughs that turn banks around. The kind of favor that puts you in rooms your background couldn't qualify you for. This is the manifestation of God's promise. Not someday, but now. You're not entering this season empty-handed. God is equipping you, anointing you, strengthening you. Every tool you need, every gift you didn't even know you carried. It's all coming to the surface. You're about to discover parts of yourself that were hidden under trauma, fear, and survival. No more just surviving. This is your time to thrive, to prosper, to walk boldly in the inheritance God set aside for you. And let me tell you, it's a rich inheritance, not just in money, but in peace, in stability, in love, in clarity. You're about to wake up each day knowing exactly who you are and what you're called to do. Confusion is leaving your life. Toxic people are being removed. Every counterfeit is being exposed and replaced with God-ordained connections. You won't have to force anything in this season. What's meant for you will find you. It will fit. It will flow. It will flourish without striving. Because where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. And you're finally free. Free from past labels. Free from guilt. Free from shame. Free from trying to earn what God already decided was yours. You were chosen before the foundation of the world. And now, the world is about to see what heaven has known all along, that you carry something sacred, that you walk with authority, that your words shift atmospheres, that your hands build what others thought was impossible. God is breathing on your gifts now. Things you used to struggle with will now come with ease. Doors you used to knock on will now swing open before you even arrive. Blessings you didn't expect are going to chase you down, because you're not in just any season. You're in your appointed season. This is your due time, your Kairos moment, the intersection where divine purpose meets divine timing. You're not late. You're right on time for your explosion of favor. The delays only made the delivery sweeter. The pain only made the praise louder. The waiting only made the reward heavier. And now, the heavens are responding to your obedience. Not perfection, obedience. Because even when you were afraid, you still trusted. Even when it hurt, you still showed up. Even when others left, you still worshiped. And heaven took notice. You passed the test. And now you're about to pass through a threshold you've never crossed before. The realm of overflow. The land of more than enough. Where peace isn't momentary, it's permanent. Where your name is mentioned in places you never even knew existed. Where what used to intimidate you now bows to you, because you've stepped into your spiritual authority. No more shrinking. No more playing small. No more pretending you're not called, chosen, and crowned with glory. You are royalty. You are righteous. You are ready. And the blessings that are coming, they are tailor-made, handcrafted, specifically designed for your journey, your personality, your needs. God didn't forget you. He was saving the best for last. And now, your time has come. Chosen one, this is not just another season. This is your defining season, the one that marks the shift from barely making it to walking in divine momentum. You've entered the time where things start happening quickly. Suddenly, one breakthrough after another, one miracle on the heels of the next. Heaven is moving at full speed, and you're being carried by the current of God's favor. You may have been in survival mode for so long that you forgot what it felt like to breathe freely, to wake up without anxiety, to walk without fear, to dream without doubt. But now, God is restoring all of that. He's restoring your joy, your peace, your wonder, your fire. You're coming alive again, fully, boldly, fearlessly. And the world won't know what hit it, because the version of you that's rising now is unrecognizable from who you were before the fire. You used to pray for strength. Now you carry it. You used to pray for healing. Now you release it. You used to hope for an open door. Now you're building doors for others. Because this isn't just about you anymore. It never was. God's plan for your life includes impact, influence, legacy. He's not just blessing you so you can shine. He's blessing you so you can light the path for others. There are people who are going to find God because they watched you rise. There are families that will be restored because they witnessed your transformation. There are communities that will be healed because you said yes when it was hard, when it was dark, when it made no sense. Your yes unlocked this moment. Your faith activated the flood. Your consistency under pressure has drawn heaven's attention. And now, heaven is responding in overflow. Not just financially, though money is coming. Not just in opportunity, though doors are opening. But spiritually, emotionally, internally. God is going deep and wide. He's not just giving you what you asked for. He's giving you what you didn't even know to ask. Things so perfectly aligned, you'll say, only God could have done this. People you never imagined will start showing up in your life. To help, to bless, to pour, to honor you. Why? Because God is positioning you in rooms of influence. He's expanding your territory, enlarging your capacity, preparing you to steward more than you ever thought you could carry. You're not stepping into this next season with the same mindset. You've been upgraded internally. Your discernment is sharper. Your intuition is stronger. Your spiritual eyes are open now. So when you enter the blessing, you'll know how to handle it. When the wealth arrives, you won't squander it. When the influence expands, you won't lose yourself. Because God didn't just prepare the blessing for you. He prepared you for the blessing. That's why the pruning hurt. That's why you had to walk alone for a while. That's why certain relationships couldn't go with you. Not because they were bad people, but because they weren't called to your next. The path you're on now is sacred. It's intentional. And it's going to require all of you, not just your talent, but your obedience. Not just your voice, but your humility. Not just your gifts, but your character. Because what's coming is weighty. It carries responsibility. But it also carries unimaginable joy. The kind of joy that wakes you up at 3 a.m. just to say, "Thank you, God." The kind of peace that silences every lie the enemy ever told you. The kind of provision that causes your enemies to eat their words. Because this is the season where the first become last, and the last become first. You've been last for a long time. In line. In recognition. In reward. But now, God is pulling you to the front. Not for your glory, but for His. Not to puff you up, but to place you exactly where you need to be. As a vessel, a leader, a light. People will come to you because of what you carry. You won't need to convince them. You won't need to chase them. God will do the drawing, and you'll simply walk in it. Walk in your purpose. Walk in your overflow. Walk in your divine assignment. This is the season where everything changes, and not by force, but by faith. You're not chasing blessings anymore. You're attracting them. You're aligned now, aligned with heaven's calendar, aligned with God's heart, aligned with your divine timeline. And there is no power in hell that can stop what God is doing now. You are the chosen one. You are the carrier of breakthrough. You are the one God handpicked to go from overlooked to overflowing. And it's happening faster than you think. Chosen one, prepare yourself, because acceleration is here. What used to take years is about to happen in days. Delays are dissolving. Cycles are breaking. You're about to experience a divine pace, one only heaven can sustain. This is not hype. This is not imagination. This is prophecy fulfilled. God is honoring every tear, every sacrifice, every hidden yes. And now, promotion is locating you. From the back to the front. From struggle to strength. From praying for a breakthrough to becoming the breakthrough for others. The shift is already in motion. You'll see it in your finances. Unexpected increase, supernatural strategies, open doors with your name on them. You'll feel it in your spirit. Clarity like never before, courage you forgot you had, and confidence that can only come from knowing heaven backs you. You'll notice it in your atmosphere. Peace that settles over your home. Favor that follows your every move. Grace that carries you through situations that used to break you. Because you're not who you used to be. You've been in the fire, but the fire didn't consume you. It refined you. And now, like gold, your value is undeniable. Your worth is radiant. And the enemy that once tried to drown you is terrified because you didn't die in the storm. You danced in the rain. You praised when it made no sense. You sowed when you barely had anything left. You kept believing when everyone else gave up. And now, your reward is unavoidable. God has released the word. Bless them. Lift them. Launch them. You're stepping into a new atmosphere, one where lack has no permission, where depression has no room, where doubt can't breathe. Your mind is being renewed. Your body is being healed. Your family is being restored. And every area of your life is coming into divine alignment. It's not random. It's revival. The Spirit of God is hovering over your life with intention. He's unlocking blueprints. He's sending divine instructions. Listen closely. What once confused you will suddenly make sense. What once felt like resistance will become redirection. What once felt like rejection will now reveal itself as protection. You are not behind. You are right on schedule. In fact, you're ahead in the Spirit. You're walking into answered prayers you forgot you prayed. You're receiving blessings you didn't even think you deserved. But heaven says, you're not just qualified, you were chosen. Chosen to carry glory. Chosen to model restoration. Chosen to show the world what happens when someone refuses to quit. The enemy tried to label you a failure. God is rewriting your name in success. The world tried to mark you as ordinary, but heaven has crowned you with extraordinary purpose. This next chapter will look nothing like your past. There will be no residue of shame, no lingering scent of fear, no shadow of who you used to be. People who knew the old you won't recognize the new you. And that's okay. Because this glow up is spiritual. This evolution is holy. You are rising in righteousness. You are glowing with grace. You are walking under an open heaven. Everything you need is being released. God is not withholding any good thing from you. You've crossed the threshold. You've passed the test. You've endured the wilderness. And now you're standing on the edge of your promised land. Do you feel that? That shift in your spirit, that stirring in your soul, that's the sound of breakthrough. That's the sound of heaven saying, now, not next year, not someday, now. This is your now moment, your time to possess what was promised, your moment to step into destiny without apology, without fear, without hesitation. You've cried enough. You've waited long enough. You've believed long enough. And now, God is about to blow your mind. The tables are turning. The script is flipping. The favor is flowing. And everything the enemy stole is being returned sevenfold. You're not going to have to fight for it. It's coming looking for you. Goodness and mercy are chasing you down. Opportunities are knocking. Blessings are bursting. And God is about to show off in your life in a way you can't explain. You'll try to tell people how it happened, but all you'll be able to say is, it was God. That's how undeniable this blessing will be. That's how powerful this overflow is becoming. That's how marked you are for miracles. So lift your head, straighten your back, wipe your tears. The drought is over. The storm is breaking. And the blessing has begun. Chosen one, you've entered a realm where God no longer whispers. He declares, the season of quiet struggle is over. Now is the time when heaven announces your victory in ways no one can deny. You were hidden for a reason, prepared in silence, shaped in shadows. But now, God is about to present you in the light of His glory. No more asking when it will happen, because it's already happening. No more hoping for change, because change is overtaking you. No more waiting for signs, because you are the sign. You are walking into rooms you once dreamed of, and doors are opening before you even touch the handle. Why? Because favor walks ahead of the chosen. It speaks your name in places you've never been, and it brings you into alignment with destiny. There are miracles on the move, and they're coming with your name written on them. People will look at your life and say, how did this happen so fast? But you'll know it wasn't fast. It was faith. You waited while no one saw you. You trusted while everything seemed still. You planted seeds when others walked away. And now, the harvest is breaking through the soil of your life. This is not ordinary favor. This is not small elevation. This is divine eruption. Blessings are erupting in your life with such force that nothing will ever be the same. Your bank account will shift. Your health will turn around. Your relationships will align. Your sleep will become peaceful. And your mind will finally be free from the torment of doubt. You are moving into divine rhythm. Heaven's heartbeat is syncing with your footsteps. Where you walk, blessings follow. Where you speak, mountains move. Where you pray, atmospheres shift. Because the authority you carry now isn't just for you. It's for the generations coming after you. God is building legacy through your life. The cycles that tried to hold your family back, broken. The poverty mindsets, crushed. The fear, removed. You are the breakthrough. You are the one the enemy hoped wouldn't rise. But here you are, rising anyway. Chosen, marked, unstoppable. And as you rise, God says, I will not only lift you, I will sustain you. You won't fall from this level. You won't lose what's coming. You won't be sabotaged by fear or fatigue, because this blessing is sustainable. It's wrapped in wisdom. It's sealed with divine strategy, and it comes with the strength to steward it well. Your hands are being anointed to handle more. Your mind is being sharpened to manage more. Your heart is being softened to love more. And your spirit is being elevated to see more. This blessing is not a moment. It's a mantle. God is placing something on you that cannot be removed, shaken, or stolen. What you're stepping into is permanent favor, irreversible grace, eternal impact. So don't shrink now. Don't second guess now. Don't look back now. Everything behind you was preparation. Every delay was divine strategy. Every no was a redirection into a greater yes. And now you are walking in that yes. Yes to overflow. Yes to purpose. Yes to healing. Yes to clarity. Yes to divine love that wraps around you and refuses to let go. You will begin to see evidence daily. Unexpected checks, strategic conversations, unusual peace, joy in places that once held pain, songs rising from your spirit that you didn't even plan to sing. That's what happens when heaven overtakes your life. It rewrites your routine. It refreshes your perspective. It reorders your steps. Even your enemies will notice. They'll see the glow and ask how you got it. But they won't understand the crushing behind the glow. They won't know about the nights you cried, the prayers you whispered, the times you held on by a thread. But you'll know. And that's why you'll carry it all with humility. Because this kind of blessing isn't for showing off. It's for showing God's glory. Your story is becoming a sermon. Your past is becoming a prophecy. Your name is becoming known, not for popularity, but for purpose. God is placing you on display, not as a trophy, but as a testimony. You will shine, not because of the spotlight, but because you reflect His light. And nothing can stop what heaven has set in motion. So lift your hands, chosen one. Praise, not because it's easy, but because it's done. Celebrate, not because everything's perfect, but because everything is aligned. Rejoice, not because of what you see, but because of what you know. God is overwhelming you with blessings, and the best is still unfolding. Chosen one, the heavens have released their decree, and nothing on earth can reverse it. The blessing is not just near, it has arrived. You are now living in the overflow. What you cried for, fasted for, believed for, it's here. You've crossed over. You've stepped into the land of milk and honey. And this time, you're not just visiting. You're dwelling here. No more temporary breakthroughs. No more small moments of hope. No more one-day miracles that fade the next. You are planted in the land of consistency, of stability, of continual flow. God is not giving you a sample. He's giving you a supply. You will eat from fields you didn't plant. You will inherit spaces you didn't build. You will find yourself ahead, not because you rushed, but because grace accelerated you. People will think you skipped steps, but God says, no, you honored every step when no one saw you. That's why I'm lifting you in full view now. What looked like a detour was divine direction. What felt like delay was heaven's protection. And now the release is so full, so fast, so overwhelming. It will make you weep. Tears of joy, tears of gratitude, tears of realization that God really did it. You didn't miss your moment. You didn't lose your promise. You didn't forfeit your calling. In fact, you're about to operate in it like never before. With confidence, with power, with clarity, with peace. This blessing will change your schedule, your environment, your habits, your language, because favor brings responsibility. And you are ready for it now. No longer wondering, God, am I qualified? Now walking boldly, knowing, God, you called me, so you qualified me. No more imposter syndrome. No more spiritual insecurity. No more doubting your identity. You are God's chosen. And chosen doesn't mean perfect. It means positioned. Positioned to carry what others dropped. Positioned to speak what others silenced. Positioned to stand where others fell. Positioned to build what others only dreamed of. You're not just being blessed. You're becoming a blessing. To nations. To families. To those who watch silently, hoping someone like you could rise. And now they'll believe it's possible because they saw you do it. This is legacy. This is impact. This is why the warfare was so intense. This is why the delay hurt so bad. This is why the enemy tried to silence you, because he knew that once you rose, others would rise too. You are a chain breaker, a territory taker, a curse ender, a glory carrier. And now your name will echo in the halls of heaven, not just for your prayers, but for your obedience. You didn't fold under pressure. You didn't curse God in your pain. You didn't sell out for popularity. You stayed planted. You stayed pure. And now God says, watch how I reward you openly. Blessings that overtake you, promotions that locate you, miracles that find you even when you're not looking. Your cup isn't just full, it's spilling. Because God isn't blessing you to the level of your comfort, He's blessing you to the level of your calling. And your calling is massive. Your assignment is generational. Your reach is global. Your words will heal. Your voice will build. Your story will save. And your life will scream of God's glory. When people see you, they'll ask, what happened? And your answer will be simple. God happened. Grace happened. Faithfulness happened. Because when God decides to bless someone, there is no system, no person, no lie, and no force in hell that can block it. Chosen one, you are walking in the fullness of time. You are not late. You are not behind. You are right on schedule. Heaven's calendar was never off. And now, everything you went through will make sense. The pain had a purpose. The silence built strength. The struggle forged character. And now, you're strong enough to hold what God is pouring. No more leaking. No more fear. No more shrinking. Now it's time to rise. Fully, boldly, unapologetically. The blessing isn't just coming. It's here. It's yours. And it's just the beginning. So lift your head, chosen one. Straighten your crown. Step forward with fire in your heart. The heavens are open. The oil is flowing. The angels are moving. The blessing is overwhelming. And your destiny is now. Go walk in it.